a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
The other day, I ran into a good old friend of yours, and I had to ask her, how have you been? She told me you were engaged and happy. My heart fell to the floor, I know it should have been me, but I couldn't see you with no one else, but I'll believe it. I still get funny feelings when I see your face. I know the love we share was so real. In spite of all the ups and downs that we've been through, sometimes I wish I was there with you to share your world. You were my girl, I'm still in love with you. But I know you better off with, 'cause obviously it wasn't meant to be. I'm so glad to see you happy. But your love and life goes on. We had to go our separate ways. You found someone for you, I found someone for me. Oh, but I believe it. I see you standing there. I believe it. To tell you. Can I tell you how I feel? You're leaving me forever, baby. Please, baby, listen here. See, I got down on my knees and I begin to beg the Lord, please don't let it be known. I love that woman. I love that woman. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I see you, Dawn. Slick J. Adams. Good morning. Come on. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. This morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Are you ready for the truth? And nothing but the truth, so help you, Dawn. She's bringing it to you every weekday at 9 in the morning. So if you wanna hear the real, this is what you gotta do. Just log online and listen to Dawn speak her mind. You're listening to the book of Dawn. In the morning, you're listening to the book of Dawn. This morning. To Dawn, oh sexy Dawn. What's in it for the black people media? Yeah.
Come on, Dawn, in real life. Come on, Dawn, in real life. Aye. I didn't even check and see if I took that mask off. Let me check my face before. I know know I'm live, but I gotta make.
Want some lip gloss?
Just wanted to make sure I ain't had no friends in my nose. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, nephew Ron.
Good morning, TT.
Put your headphones on. I'm gonna bring you on camera in 2 minutes. Good morning, Aaliyah. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Kylie. Good morning, Kylie.
Good morning, Auntie.
Okay, scoot up a little bit. Good morning, sunshines. It's a brand new page in chapter 55 of the Book of Dawn. Thank you for tuning in weekdays where we broadcast the Book of Dawn live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Of course, I'm the same OG. I had a wardrobe malfunction, so if I keep doing this, it's because I need a safety pin. Somebody shoot me a safety pin. Same OG, brand new page, chapter 55 of the Book of Dawn. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you, your support, wherever you watch us from, your homes, your TVs, your telephones, your workplace. Just turn the volume down because sometimes the cussing saint jumps up out of my body. It is Who's That Girl Wednesday. And I got two best girls today. The first one that we're going to talk to really quickly happens to be DNA related. And I'm super proud of her. And I am running behind because I was watching her on TV and I wanted to watch the whole season. And I got to go home and watch how many more episodes?
4.
4 more. Okay. Today is National. Let's see what today is. Let's see. Do I sound crazy? Today is National. I don't know where I put it. I might have to come back to that. Let's start with this. Let's say happy birthday, so I can get that out the way. Happy birthday to Latasha Thomas. Happy birthday to Kali Harris. Happy birthday to Alderman Dorothy Tillman, former Alderman Dorothy Tillman, mother of Jimelita Tillman, grandmother of Dorothy Genius. And happy birthday to my homeboy, Kali Harris. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Happy birthday from the Book of Dawn. If you did not hear your name, that means you didn't email the new email, Book of Dawn, or follow us on Instagram and hit me a slide in my DM. DM. It's National Porridge Day. You remember the shows, like Eat Your Porridge?
It's the Bears and Goldilocks. Goldilocks and the Bears.
Three Bears, yes. Goldilocks. Oh, good morning, sunshines. Good morning, nephew Rom. Did I say that already?
You did.
Okay, I was just, good morning, Katia. It's National Porridge Day and National Receptionist Day. Do we have a receptionist? Oh, that would be Tennille. She's the receptionist, the boss, the programmer.
I was receptionist once before. Them the people like at the front desk.
Yeah. Tennille does it all. So happy Tennille Day and happy shouts out to Tennille for doing every damn thing and dealing with all these different personalities. I don't want her job. That's not a fun thing to do. But yes. So the word of the day is a verb. It is shrive, SHRIVE. It means to administer the sacrament of reconciliation or to free somebody from guilt. And so used in a sentence, a petty one, although still an accurate one, I'm going to give the gift of shrive to Maze Jackson for banging on the wall when we accidentally got too loud earlier. For as much as he yells while we're in this studio, Mason! Shots fired. I'm going to give him the gift of shrive. You are forgiven, sir.
So shrive is like when somebody do something, you be like, nah, you good, fam.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Exactly.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. And eat your porridge today. I love porridge. I know you don't eat grits or cream of wheat or none of that. I do. So I'm okay with porridge. Porridge is like cream of wheat.
Like cocoa wheats.
Yeah, absolutely. So we knocked those 3 things out. Without further ado, I am going to about to use my skills, baby. I got this, girl. Hold on, y'all. Don't talk about me. Hold on. Weather for You by Mary Q. Let's see what it is, because I guess I should do it when I get back on air. Hold on. This is so funny. I got to do better. Kylie's name is in here?
Yes.
Okay.
You got it. I know you got it.
I should be a rapper.
Yeah, go ahead and you can wrap us in. That is.
No, we got Freestyle Fridays. Come back Freestyle Friday.
That's Terrence.
I'll be here.
Where is it, nephew? I don't see it. I see
we gotta bring
all
Bill.
the guys. I see Eugene. Is it in like the folder?
Nah, TZ, it's right by the rest of your names.
Okay,
Red names.
Mom, because
Oh, it's well, duh. I'm looking for green.
just text me. Just text me the longest paragraph.
Okay, here I come, y'all.
Jaden.
Bear with me.
She said,
Stay with me.
She said,
okay.
we've been trying to get here for so
there
long.
we go. No, that goes. You put the thing on. We do that.
Somebody on Instagram.
Hit that. Then I hit that. Yeah.
Jamia talking about rap what?
Hit that. And then her.
Rap what? I said I should rap.
Take my name off and
No, they
switch
can
the
hear me.
names, right? Down one more row. Unname me. It's right there. Put 'em on. No, that's red. Oh. Well, look at it. And then Kylie was up on top of me. Nope, the other way. It's on top of that row. One more down. It was in there somewhere. Look. It was right there. It's right there and right
All
there.
right, Mom.
So that's me. That should be me.
No. No.
This is fancy. Okay.
Bro, because I'm not good with stuff like this. Yeah.
Take the green one off. There it is. All right, we're live. Welcome back. Thank y'all for your patience. Y'all know I'm not no kind of way techie. So weather today, it is, thank God for today's weather because it has been unseasonably chilly. It is currently 57 degrees with a high of 60. They said by Friday we're going to be in the 68s. Remember, that doesn't make it officially thought weather. So keep your clothes on, okay? We are joined today by, you didn't expect for me to say that. Good morning, Kylie Spraggins.
Good morning.
Instagram, I am Kylie Spraggins. You are Kylie Spraggins. And as a 3-year-old, you said something to me that I actually have on video.
Do you have
You
the
said,
video?
I do have the video. And you said to me, I'm going to be a star, and I want you to be my manager. Do you remember saying that?
I remember the star part.
And guess what you are now? You're a store.
I'm a store.
You a store. Good morning, Kylie. Tell me, the last time you were here, you sat over there. And we talked about, but couldn't say the name of the project that you were working on. And now that project has been released on Netflix. Tell me about that project.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning. So my name is Kylie Spraggins, and I just have my first Netflix series out called The Upshaw, starring Mike Epps and starring Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, and Kim Fields, and 100 more amazing people. I played the role of Aaliyah Upshaw, the daughter of Benny Upshaw and Regina Upshaw, and it's really about a family from Indiana, and they all over the place in like a funny little way. It's a very relatable show. It got really real life problems, but it's also it's very funny. So they bring comedy in it so you could see how y'all gonna figure everything out.
Yeah, grown. So how you can adult. It was so Benny Upshaw is Mike Epps, who is from Indiana.
Right.
I'm assuming that's why he decided to pay homage to his home state and city. And then Kim Fields is what's your mama name? What's
Regina.
Regina, okay. And then you have a ghetto twin.
Well, he's not my twin. He was born 3 weeks after me. So, but yeah, his name is played by Diamond Lyons.
Okay. And I watched, first of all, Wanda Sykes. You know you're working with legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I watched Kim Fields when I was your age on Facts of Life. Have you gone back yet and watched any episodes of Facts of
I
Life?
watched Living Single, but not Facts of Life.
Okay. I need you to go to her first show and watch Facts of Life. And then the next time you see her, when it's time to do season 2, you can say, I know who you were when you were Tootie. I'll give you another old history fact.
They call her Tootie on set, but I never knew where it came from.
She was on roller skates. She should have come to my party last week. She was on roller skates, and she lived in a boarding school. She was the only black girl in a boarding school. So she was way before her time, and has she grew up in the industry because her mother was an actress. Mm-hmm. So then after you watch Kim in Facts of Life, you have to go back and watch Good Times.
Oh, I watched Good Times.
Did you see her mother?
Her mom played
Janet Jackson's mom.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't she burn her with the orange?
She did.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but but Chip also has done a lot of writing and producing. Mm-hmm. And so I bring that up and mention that because I want you, while you enjoy the fruits of your labor, I want you to make certain that you embrace a place that many people will never sit, because you have a seat at the table at a very young age, and that requires a lot of responsibility in your actions and in the words and for your family, because you represent a village. You know, it's a lot of us. You know, you thank your grandfather for that, your great-grandfather.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Right. But you also represent an entire community of little brown girls that are from Inglewood who think that the only thing to life is what they see on the block. Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressure because you are in a different seat from them?
Yeah. Everybody has a lot of very high expectations for me, so I'm trying to live up to every single one so I can make everybody proud. But other than that, I'm feeling, as long as me being able to make other people happy is what makes me happy.
Tell me what your expectation of yourself is.
To do the best I can no matter what, and not to let other people's criticism decide how I move, the way I act, the way I do.
Okay. You are about to graduate from 8th grade?
No,
Are you freshman?
Yeah.
Oh, you graduated. And what school do you go to?
I go to a performing arts school called Art and Motion on the east side, ran by Common.
You know I went to high school with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go Braves. I won't sing the song, but everybody knows I like singing the song. Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressure that Common owns the school, somebody that is so talented and so gifted has his eyes on you?
Well, I don't feel pressure. I hope he has his eyes on me. I want him to see, like, she goes to my school, and I want him to know who I am. But other than that, I don't feel like pressure, like, oh, he's watching me, I'm nervous. Nah, I want him to watch me.
I watched you. I was late this morning because I did not know when your grandma, Renee, told me that I could watch it at midnight.
Right.
I decided, I could just get up at 5 and watch it.
Right.
I did not know it was going to be the whole season, so I got all overly excited because it kept going to the next episode, and then at episode 6, I was like, I'm late, so I better hurry up. So when your mommy called and she was like, "Are you here?" I was like, I'm actually not, but I was running late because I was trying to watch the whole thing so I could talk about the whole series with you. So I watched the progression from the first scene to the first episode until the 6th one.
Right.
And I can already see you maturing from your first placement and movement and understanding the flow and your comfortability. You filmed the rest of that in a pandemic. How weird was that?
That was very. I wish we could put pictures up here. Me and my auntie were struggling. My mom came out. We struggling. We had to have the mask on. We had to get COVID testing every morning.
Okay.
And I worked every day of the week. So we had to get it every morning up our noses. Ron was like, I got used to it. I was cool. But my auntie, she cried every time she got in there.
Because she's a baby anyway.
Yes.
Your mother could have taken that. That's the tough one.
Nah, she was a punk too. And it was just all over the place. We had to have masks and face shields. We couldn't take it off even while we were rehearsing. So I'm just like, okay, this is going to be a little harder now. So the fact that we were able to do this amazing show even during the pandemic is amazing.
Yeah. So when I know that they were very strict, your show, your producers, your Miss Sykes, Mike, they were very strict with the COVID. So you practice with the face masks, and then you shoot the scenes without them?
Yes, so what we did was, not every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then maybe Friday. So the first 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we practice, we rehearse.
Okay.
Friday and Thursday, we film. But on Monday, we have a table read. That's when we get the script on Sunday, and then we all get on a Zoom call, or we go to the same room and read the script so we can know how we about to work this week.
Okay.
So then Tuesday and Wednesday, we film, practice, and then Thursday and Friday, we film it.
Gotcha. Now, and you didn't do the live thing anymore, like
no, we
earlier
stopped like
before.
3 episodes in because we only filmed like 3 before the pandemic and had to take the break. So we couldn't do the live audience after the first 3.
That was fun though when you had the opportunity.
Yes, because I was like, okay, they just gonna put laughs in there when I say the funny stuff. So what if it's really not funny? But the live audience was there, and I was saying what was funny. They were laughing, so I was like, okay, I'm funny. That's cool.
So tell me this. You seemed very natural. Obviously, you're playing a person who's close to your age,
Right.
Which is not always the case.
Well, I'm 16. She just turned 13, but we're close, I guess.
Closer than if you ask the age of any other actress that's been in the game, they'll still say they're 16
Playing
and they're like
30,
70.
They're 30 playing a 16-year-old.
Big facts, right? But thank God black don't crack, so
Right.
they can get away with it. But was that natural for you, or did you ever feel like you had to force stuff?
At first, when I first got the script, I was nervous. Like, what if I'm not going to be able to portray her the way they want me to?
Mm-hmm.
But then the more and more we read it and I got to know and understand who she was, we the same person. It's just the age difference. We the exact same people, and our situations are actually like very alike.
In real
I
life. Tell the truth, baby.
I don't have a twin brother, but I got an almost sister. She there.
I'm so dead. Shouts out to Damien. Amen.
We're gonna talk about you later. Yes, and yes, with Regina and the baby mom, the one.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, cool. I can do this.
This is
I
good.
know
Yeah.
that. I can do this. It's cool. Then I got my auntie Lucretia. Look at Crystal. Look at Crystal.
I am about to throw this microphone because imitation, they say that art imitates life. In this case, it's a real thing.
Yes.
Like, I did not really expect for you to say
And
that.
I got the little sister. Oof, she act just like Kennedy. It's too much for me.
Yeah, you better leave my can alone. I'll have a fight with you over that little pretty girl. So let me ask you this. How do you learn the lines that fast?
When I tell you, I honestly, at first, it wasn't that easy. So I had a little routine I used to do. I had a notebook just only for acting. I used to write down that line 3 times, repeat it, memorize it, and keep doing that. But then when the script started being 12 pages and stuff, I'm like, I ain't finna write all that. So I walk in a circle with my head down, and your mind not focused on getting dizzy and nervous. It's focused on remembering the script, so you won't even realize you still walking in a circle.
Really?
You get it, yeah. And then I work in the mirror. I have to watch myself practice. Like, okay, I did it this way. I don't really know if I like it, so I'm gonna retry and do it this way. But then I get so used to it. It's just that I could read the script an hour before the audition. I could read the script an hour before the audition and have it in my head. Like my grandma always say, Kylie, can you practice? You're not going to know it. I'm just like, bro.
To your grandma neck.
Yeah, she said if I call her bro, she going to pop me in my mouth. So I stopped. I just looked at her, and I think she knew I was still saying bro with my eyes. I'm just looking like, grandma, you know I get it. I'm going to get it. And my auntie used to be like, did you study your script? I'm like, I got it. I never studied it. I was like, yeah, I studied it.
Well, that means you're gifted.
Yes.
That means you're gifted. But don't always rely on that, okay? Tell me, I got 3 more questions for you, okay? You come from a strong legacy of strong women.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you feel, how does that make you feel? In what you're doing now, how will that add to the legacy of your mommy, your grandma Renee, your Aunt Crystal, of course your Auntie Dawn. I had to throw that in there. April. I can't say them all because my daddy we need to take him on Maury at some point.
Right.
But tell me how that makes you feel coming from such a strong legacy of women who survive no matter what.
Right. We not perfect at all, but the one thing I could say, none of the women in my family ever did was give up on anything. If it took years, if it took forever, they would not give up. So every time I'm like, I'm not going to be the only one that said, okay, I quit because this too much for me, because y'all done went through way more than a little job than I had with the kids and then relationships and marriages. It's like, this a little tiny problem compared to everything. So I was like, I'm going to keep going because I'm not no punk.
You're not. You better say that out loud, little Chicago. She's so Chicago. She done hit me with the punk and the finna and the Joe all in the same sentence.
I'm sorry.
No, be exactly who God intended you to be. Okay, a couple other questions for you. What is next for Kylie Spraggins?
I was thinking, it's been a little debate with me and my mother and my cousins, everybody, like, yeah, you need to find something to do, because, all the girls and people on Instagram selling, like, lip gloss, doing nails, and they want me to do something, like, get my name out there. I'm like, I don't, that type of, that category with the nails and the clothes, that's not me. Mm-hmm. So I've been thinking, like, okay, I don't want to do that, so I have to find something else to do. So I was actually thinking about having my own mentoring classes, because I love teaching, I love acting, so just put it together, and I'm an actress teacher.
Like so a coach.
Right. And have workshops for like kids and everything. Because I understand adults, they know how to do it, but I feel like I would be able to help more as a child, as a kid in their age. So help them. So I want to have workshops and stuff.
Tell me 2 things that you would tell them, what the hardest things for you to overcome.
The hard is criticism and no's. You would get 1,000 no's. I got 1,000. I've been acting since I was 11. And this is really my first big break. So, and this is just for me. And I'm very grateful and blessed, because it takes other people way longer from 11 to 15 to get where I'm at right now. So I was like, okay, you will get 1,000 no's before you get 1 yes. And them no's will throw you off your game. And you'll be like, I want to quit. Why they not picking me, this and this and that? So you have to be ready to, you got to be tough and get ready to get turned down. And so you have the mindset like, okay, they said no, so maybe I could have did this better than this, or I could work on this. Or you could say they're lost, or you just not the type of person that they're looking for this specific character. Mm-hmm. That's something. And I would tell them, because a lot of kids, ever since I started, you ain't in nothing for real. All these auditions, and you ain't make one. Where your show come out, I feel like you lying about the show. This, I'm like, okay.
You got to let that.
You got in one ear, out the other one. You can't rebuttal, because it's going to be used against you sooner or later.
2 minutes and I'm going to go to break, because this is good. I'm learning.
You going to give her the quiz?
I am going to give her the quiz. And you should also tell them do well in school, right? Because you had to go to school when I was there with you. Yes. You had school time.
Yeah, I had school and I had work at the same time, and the time differences. So 8 o'clock in Chicago is 6 o'clock in California. So I had to wake up at 6 o'clock knowing I had to be at work at 7 to be at school. So I had to do school and work, leave my computer in the trailer, warm back, get the grades, do the tests. Because if you don't have good grades, you can't be actress. You can't have a lower than a C. So.
Yeah, I love that. I love that part. If your mother, I didn't tell your mother she was going to be on camera, but when you come back, I would love to ask her some questions about being the mom of you.
Okay, I'm gonna fix her up so y'all.
We'll do that later. Netflix. I don't know what time it was supposed to come on, because
12 is California time, but 12 down there is 2 o'clock in the morning down here. I stayed up until 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's on. You can watch it after 11, because you got to stay with me until 11. Mm-hmm. I have Barbara Bates, one of my mentors and a fashion icon and trailblazer, coming up next. I asked you to come today because we do Who's That Girl on Wednesday, and it's my woman crush day. And although you're not a woman, you're still a girl, so you're my crush today.
Oh, my gosh.
I appreciate you for coming. Thanks for getting up early. Thank you, niece, for actually getting here on time.
That's what my auntie said.
Look, you beat me here, so that's a good thing.
Hey, auntie.
Hey, Chrissy. Thank you, Renee. Thank you for
Grandma
for doing all. She put work in. Quiz. Do you eat grits?
No.
The face. The serious face. Do you wear sneakers or gym shoes?
I wear sneakers.
Okay. Well, she spent a little time in Cali. Do you put ketchup or mustard on your hot dog?
I don't eat hot dogs.
Okay.
No, I don't eat pork. I'm saying that. I don't eat
what
pork,
if you ate a vegan hot dog, would you put ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Okay. Soda or pop? Do you drink soda or pop?
What's the What? Auntie, they the same thing.
Okay, I appreciate that answer because that works for me. Do you, when your mom drives, is it on the freeway or the expressway?
The E-way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do y'all go shop at Jewel's or Jewel?
Huh?
Do you shop at Jewel's or Jewel?
Walmart. Bro, y'all, Ma, get off the floor. I'm for real.
Okay. Did you go to kindergarten or kindergarten?
Daycare. No, I went to kindergarten.
Why she doing? She had to think like she's.
I went to kindergarten.
Okay. Do you eat gyros or gyros?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. How many pennies make a dime?
10.
10. But you said 10. And what's your song? I see all your TikToks. What's your song?
My song.
Yeah. You can do the TikTok move.
Auntie, you throwing me off. Let me think about it. Oh, yeah. Randy, get stunned.
Hey, hey, I am Kylie Spraggins. That is Chicago's future award-winning actress, coach, mentor, college graduate, because I'm not letting you off the hook for that. Fix your face. Hey, college graduate. Don't make me put you in grad school.
But why am I don't want
because you want to set the standard for the people who are not talented enough to do what you do. So you got to give them options. Okay?
You want me to become a doctor too?
No. Oh my gosh. Kylie Spraggins. I'm going to add comedian to that. Damon Williams, hit me up if you want her to star at Riddle's Comedy Club. I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you later for our private viewing party.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Kylie Spraggins. Follow her, y'all. Be nice. And if you want to book her for a gig, hit your girl up. This is the Book of Dawn. We'll be right back.
WIIFTBP. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Got to Kennedy King, so you remember Corey Brown?
I definitely remember Corey Brown from Morgan Park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Murder, man. So I got it in with y'all one day before a game, and then y'all literally went out and destroyed some people by about 50 at Kennedy King, and I'll never forget, somebody shot a jumper. It came off long, and Corey will tell this story to this day. He says he went up, and I was in the stands. He went up for the rebound, and before he could jump, he said he felt a foot on his head. And it was you, and you caught it. Classic P-Mac catching it over everybody, putting it back in. He says before he jumped, he felt a foot on his head. And Corey was 6'4", easy.
On his head.
On his head.
Yeah, Corey, so he was 6'4", man. I used to just, I don't know, I had a knack, man. I was always uber athletic. Like I was taught earlier, if somebody shoot, you got to come from the opposite side. I had a guy in my neighborhood named Wayne Irvin, legendary dude to us in our neighborhood. Played at Chicago State, played at Wyoming.
Okay.
Played against Patrick Ewing. He passed away a couple years ago, but went to CVS. He was a decorated player. A lot of people knew him. And he taught me early, like, you attack offensive rebounds from the opposite side. So if somebody shoot from the left wing, you crash from the right. If somebody shoot from the top of the key, you can crash because it can go either way and you can get it. I was so big and athletic. I used to get a lot of tip dunks. Like, for some reason, people never boxed me out. And once I got a running start, if it came off anywhere over the rim and bounced up, you was dead.
This is Eugene McIntosh, one half of the illest independent sports media outlet in the whole entire land, the Bigs. Check me and my player partner Terrence Tomlin, a.k.a. T-Tom the Great, on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your grown on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your grown wanna know. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done and your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
I don't know, Slick. Let me ask myself. I don't know, Slick. Why do I have to look so good? Good morning, Sunshines. Welcome back. You tuned into the Book of Dawn, broadcasting live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Miss Barbara, I keep doing this because I had a wardrobe malfunction, and my little thing popped off, and I was like, I should call her and ask her to bring me a safety pin. But I, first of all, let me say that I am so excited because I love you so much. And you have been such a phenomenal influence on the lives of so many people that I personally know, and probably a million other people that I don't know. If you've been sleeping under a rock and you don't know who Barbara Bates is, she is that girl. And my Woman Crush Wednesday, I have wanted her to be on the show since I started. And I waited till the new year, and I texted and I said, hey, I would love to have you on my podcast. And she said, when and where? And for that, I'm eternally grateful because I know that for you, it's about community. I know it's about being a survivor. I know on many levels, and continuing to create positive images for people like me and my children and my children's children to see. And so, Barbara Bates, welcome to the Book of Dawn.
Thank you so much, Tito. Pass me the tissue. Oh my God!
I'm about to cry myself because, for real, like I told Mary, she's not here today. I said I can show you pictures when I thought I was the whole stuff in Barbara Bates originals. Like I wish I still had them because I was a baby, but you and Toy and Pam saw stuff in us that we didn't have any idea we possessed as future women. And you took the time to not, many people in a position of leadership don't identify the good in young sisters. Some people take advantage of young sisters. Mm-hmm. And what you did was invest in us with your time and your talent and just, all the stuff that mommy didn't have the time to do because she was working. So when we were doing what we shouldn't have done in public, that nod and that tap, it mattered. And it matters today because now I'm doing it to other future women and leaders like you.
And I applaud you for that.
Thank you. Tell me when you decided to become it was Barbara Bates then, because I know it's Bates Designs now, but it was Barbara Bates. Was it fashion?
It was BAB Designs, which
Designs.
are my initials. Yeah.
Yes. Tell me when that happened.
Officially on paper, 1986 was when I opened up the company.
Okay.
And but prior to that, I was doing designing, just like under the umbrella. Designing for myself, designing for my close girlfriends, designing for, just girls at work until I decided it's time to leave this 9-to-5 job, which I'm never going to get a raise because I don't do enough to get a raise. I'm too busy doing design and stuff. They're not going to notice me. I'm not staying late. I'm leaving early. I'm stealing pencils and paper and designing in the bathroom. And so, yeah, it was 35 years ago.
Congratulations. That's a milestone.
Yeah, it is.
You didn't just hit the scene, you knocked over the bridge and landed on it. And you did that by your ability to take risks in design. And you created a signature pony skin line for years, like one that you had to fight yourself out of. But it was so, I do still have my jacket. I got a skirt suit. But I when it come back, I'm gonna be the first one to wear it.
It's time you can wear it.
Okay, I'm sure gonna wear it. I can't fit the skirt anymore, but I can fit the jacket. But where did that come from? The whole pony skin movement that you created.
So initially, when I started designing, I always had a love for fashion. Okay. My mom and her sisters were the most beautiful women I had ever seen, and they dressed really nice. So I was always around, beautiful clothing, even though, we weren't rich by any means living right in the inner city. But my mother was just one of those that believed in looking nice and keeping yourself together. So I always kind of had a love for fashion. I didn't go to school. I'm a self-taught fashion designer. And so one of the things that I thought I wanted to do that would make it easier for me is, since I don't want to go to school for fashion design because I don't think that I have, I don't think that I could sit there. I don't think that I have I'm so high energy. I was afraid to, after leaving high school, do I want to go to design school? I just didn't think that was for me. And so I went straight into designing things that I loved. I always loved high-end fashion. So when I bought high-end fashion, to me, it was like, why does this cost so much? I couldn't afford high-end fashion, but those are the things that I gravitated towards. So initially, when I started designing, I just started designing with unique fabrics. I thought I can go out and get really unique fabrics and still keep it simple and do simple lines, since I don't understand construction and I don't know how to put, I can't draft a pattern. I have to keep it simple but use exotic fabrics that would make people turn their heads. And in the 80s, leather was really huge. There was another store called North Beach Leather, a big store, and that was probably like the person that, I was like going against when it came to doing leather. But the niche that I had is that I was able to do custom. I can do a few. You don't have to go there, to a party and see 15 of them. You can be the only one with it. So I started doing exotics, leathers, suedes, cow hair calf. So when you talk about the pony hair, that's actually like a skin. It's actually a calf, and they leave the hair on the calf, and they shave it, really small, and then they dye it to be whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
So that was the look.
That's how the
started.
colors varied.
Exactly.
Okay. Didn't know
So that was just kind of like how I popped out there, and to pop out with a high-end garment. First of all, people want to know, who is she, and why does her stuff cost so much?
Right.
And I was just putting out a garment that I wanted to wear that had integrity and that had high quality fabrications, leathers. It was like it was just a hot novelty piece.
Well, and when the thing for me is that I appreciate now that I wasn't aware of while I was wearing it then was that I'd rather be one of three than one of a million. And so now that that you grow up and you realize that when you wear something, it represents who you are, and you definitely don't want 90 millions or versions of that. Additionally, it's hard to duplicate. It's hard to duplicate,
right?
One of ones.
I mean, as an entrepreneur, of course, I don't want to just make one. I want people to buy more than one. But I don't do manufacturing, so I'm not manufacturing 100. Mm-hmm. So if I make up or design 20, sometimes people can still get an attitude. I had athletes like high like athletes. I won't name names, and they would like get all out of sorts because somebody else had on the same blue jean suit that I had made them, and they were like, I thought I would be the only one. Well, even though you're making a whole lot of money, I don't know if you would want to pay me just to make one. Because at the end of the day, I'm a businesswoman. Absolutely. And I got to keep it moving. So one-of-a-kinds are difficult to do because you got to put a serious price tag on a one-of-a-kind. And more than likely, not just my generation, but people today, they'll go and they'll do a one-of-a-kind or spend that with a name that they recognize, like a Gucci or Prada or Louis Vuitton or Burberry. But it's difficult for them to come into the community and buy from, to buy from their own because they think that the quality is just not there if they don't know.
Yeah. Well, and sadly, even if they do know, they still find a way to not value it the same because of the name, which is we can have that whole conversation for the culture because that's a problem.
Yeah, that's another time.
That's part of the reason that Mace created this platform. It's his group is what's in it for the Black people, and we will go spend money. I am guilty of it, but I also spend money in my community with my people. Tell me how you have been able to sustain what you started 35 years ago.
It could probably be a good question for people that still buy from me answer. But if I had to dig up an answer, I could say that people buy you first and then they buy your product. And I've always been fair. I always engage. I don't care where a person is in life. My doors are always open. I don't judge. And if I see where there's a need, then I try to give back. Mm-hmm. I've just always believed in giving back. Early on, I believed in giving back. And those would have to be the reasons. And I'm very transparent with it. I just believe that you're supposed to help those that really can't help themselves. If you can afford to do it, and sometimes, and people call me crazy, sometimes even if you can't afford to do it, which could be a little bit crazy, but sometimes you can let go of a hairdo or a new pair of shoes, and you can help somebody that needs help, and you can see when someone needs help. So you could either look at it or you could walk away from it.
And you definitely have done that. I mean, through your advocacy for cancer, through your philanthropy, it's very quiet. So the things you do, I don't think are hugely advertised, but in the truest spirit of who you are, I think you do that on purpose. So because a lot of people can give and brag about it, but then what is the spirit that you're giving it? And that's how I have always watched, like I said, you and Pam and Toy move in quiet spaces but make really big impacts, and that is aspiring. And another reason that I wanted, again, if you don't live in Chicago, but if you've been living under a rock, I wanted to make certain that I shared you with and the love I have for you, not just as being mentored, but for the way that you move as a woman with class, with integrity, scandal free. And you just live life intentionally. And I think that is where now makes more sense to me. as an adult because you have always lived intentionally. That's a whole thing. Everybody just lives, but I don't know that everybody lives with the same intention.
I appreciate that. Those are kind words. Thank you.
I mean that. Did you make that beautiful outfit you have on?
So I was hoping that you probably wouldn't ask me, but
but I did.
So kind of, sort of, I'm involved in it. So,
okay.
So during the pandemic, I went to New York 3 times in the thick of the pandemic. I had no business being there, but I had a city contract to do the mask, so I had to go to New York to get the fabrics to kind of make that commitment happen that I told. And so while I was in New York, I was working so hard. I had no time off. We never shut down, even when they told us to, everybody stay at home because I was doing the mask.
Yeah.
And so I was like constantly working. And when I went to New York on this one trip, I was able to breathe there because that's what I loved doing. I love buying fabric. And it was like a 2-day vacation, even though it was like really hard work. And I found this piece of fabric, and I was going to bring it back, to set it aside when people start buying again. I know they'll be buying again. They'll come, and I'll sell this to somebody. Mm-hmm. But I loved it so much, and I thought, I'm going to do something for myself. So at one of the shops that I shop at, they actually have an on-site tailor. And I went to him. I said, you know what? I've decided that I'm going to treat myself to this fabric. So I need you to take my measurements. I'll draw it out, and this is the suit that I want. And so a designer.
So it is a collapse. Yeah.
Yeah. So a designer in New York put the suit together for me. It took him about 2 months. He mailed it off, and it fit pretty good when it came. I did the tweaking on it just to make it fit better. But I love wearing it because I love wearing it just because it's from another Black designer, and I just love wearing it because I didn't have to have it made at my shop. Sometimes if I start making something after I've looked at it for 2 weeks, I don't want it anymore. It's like I've worn it already. So it's like, okay, I'm done with that.
Right.
Put it on the rack. I see what goes into it, and there's a lot that goes into putting a custom garment together.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
that fabric is everything.
Thank you.
So that is a collaboration. I wish I had the skill. I've got a great idea I'm going to share with you offline.
All right.
A game changer, right? And I just told Mr. Milhouse the other day, I said, I'm scared to tell because it's so high.
Okay.
And all I need is a collaboration with you. I'm just okay with my name being somewhere on the tag because it's a hot idea, but I'll share because I mess around and slip having a whole private conversation. You transitioned from a custom, not technically, you still have clients that have been with you forever.
Right.
That you do work for. I know you do a lot of, and have for me, I say, Barbara, this is what I think I want, and you make it happen. But you do off the rack.
Right.
Tell me about that transition.
So the custom is it's a lot of work. Because sometimes people don't understand custom. What they translate to you is really not what they mean. And so you can have hiccups, here and there. And so I decided for me, and even though I don't have a lot of that, it does happen, but I decided it needs to be me. If it's Bates Designs, then it has to be Bates Designs.
Sure.
And so I decided that I needed to just have things on the rack so that people can come in, they could see it, and then we could tweak from what's already there. You can tweak it and have it in another color. You can tweak it and have the sleeves taken off. There's some variation where you get to be, part of the design, but for the most part, the design that's put together is the design and the pattern that I've put together. So I enjoy doing that because the garments are hanging there and they go either by me using, omni channels by showing it on, some sort of a social media piece or taking a picture of it and putting it on an online site. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole nother thing. I don't really have the people always to put things online for me. So that's something I'm trying to get towards, but I love it. I love waking up and see that a garment has sold online.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. And that's what I'm moving towards. I'm moving towards just doing more online purchasing. Having things on the rack can be expensive because you pay to have them made up and then they need to sit there for a minute before the right person comes in to see them.
Yeah, so the online is very helpful.
Absolutely.
I can help with that.
Absolutely.
I'm learning the value of social
amazing.
media.
Yeah.
It is, but it's work.
Quite amazing. Yeah.
It's like a real job.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother job.
It is.
You have influenced, I don't know if you've seen the t-shirt that's out. It says like Bates, Google that for me.
I have seen it.
Have
it's a hashtag and it has designers.
It's like it's
from
four
Chicago.
of you.
Yeah,
and you're at the top.
Right.
How do you does that make you realize your legend when you see that? That's huge.
It is huge. So actually, I'm not sure who showed it to me. Somebody showed it to me, and I thought it really would have been cool if whoever it was would have showed up at the door and dropped off one, or I'd even purchased one, or maybe I would have purchased 2 dozen of them to sell. So
look in that camera and tell them. Should you see that?
I'm a true entrepreneur.
Right. So entrepreneur, don't put my name on it without giving me a T-shirt. Well, hey, I'm so glad you see. But now y'all know where I get some of it from.
But I love the fact that it said to give someone, roses while they're here. And just that next week, 2 young men showed up at my door with the most incredible orange roses that blossom so big in my home. They stayed alive for like 2 weeks, and they were like, "We'd like to honor what you've done," whole thing. But just the fact that roses, showed up. And so I like that because so often, I mean, always, and we still do it today, when you're gone, that's when, your value rises. That's when people want to talk about, oh, I really love that song. That was one of my favorite, but when it was out, you didn't do anything with it. It's like something about being gone that makes you a lot more popular. Yeah. And,
that's because we didn't for sure before the pandemic. I think post-pandemic, we should have learned to value every single minute.
Every moment.
Because we've lost people in an instant. Due to that.
Right.
But I'm glad they did that. They still should have a T-shirt for you. So I'm going to search back on Instagram where I saw it on somebody's Instagram page, and I'm going to make sure I tell them, at least give us some shirts. Because if you're making money off her name, technically she could go another route. I'm just saying. You feel me? But we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. You are a cancer survivor.
Yep.
And I want you to share a little bit of that. And I know you have clients this morning, so I'm going to be very intentional. I want you to share how you were able to handle that fight and still keep fighting for your community through your work and your philanthropy. We'll be right back. It's Barbara Bates on the Book of Dawn.
WIIFTBP and
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
Motivated by the days, the sandwiches of spam. Grilled cheese won't stop me from grilling those who are stealing the peace and safety of the community, because they releasing death and destruction on the community. A community where the people look like me and them. A place where mama and them stay. Not too far from where their children stay. You right. I want a peaceful neighborhood, and I'm not moving to the suburbs to have a peaceful neighborhood. Do we really have to take this, acting like we don't recognize this, still cooperate with this? You know what? The hell with this. Ram me behind a mic that's shaped like a middle finger, pointing straight up with my middle finger to any poor politician, dealer, deaf, crooked cop, or lazy parent. It's apparent to create change, you have to have a work ethic that make it seem like you lost your brain, standing out like the Willis Tower. It's a brother that represents dedication, discipline, and dream reaching, accompanied by a voice called power, who rhyming harder than a rebel with the pen. Representing the city of Point Guards is an extra large MC who rhymes always on point, always rhyming with a point behind the flow. One of my students said the rhyme so hard we should stop calling it flow. Let me tell you something else before I go. I was born to stand tall. I was born in Chicago.
That is Brother William Morris. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Chicago, homegrown. Every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at the Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Oh, baby. I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Yeah. Oh, baby, oh, darling. Whoa, 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 whoa. Your love must be some kind of drug, baby, 'cause it just keeps on calling me, and I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted for you. Can't stop loving 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your loving. I'm so addicted.
Welcome back. Pardon me while I finish chair stepping. If y'all saw the feet, babe, you would understand that in my mind, just like I can skate, I can step. I'm real good in the car stepping. You know, Barbara's from the West Side, so I don't want to get up and fully embarrass myself because I know she know how to step in real life.
You know it.
Yeah. So, welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. It's Who's That Girl? Woman Crush Wednesday at 10:05. I tell a joke. Bear with me because, again, in my mind, I'm the funniest comedian never discovered.
Okay.
Why was the skeleton afraid of the storm? So funny. I got two of them because I know he gonna give me the funny fake laugh. Barbara, why was the skeleton afraid of the storm?
You got me on that one. I'm trying to dig deep for it.
You almost there. You warm. Nephew?
Made his bones ache.
Cold to the bone.
Because he didn't have any guts.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Would you like another?
Yes.
Would you
I'm
like?
begging for one.
Can't you see the look on her face? Which hand is better to write with? Right. Let's see. Which hand is better to write with? The look
Well, you
on her
just
face.
told me that it was the right hand, didn't you, or didn't you not?
Which hand is better to write with?
The hand that you write with.
Actually, neither. It's better to write with a pen.
Gotcha. Good one.
See? I know.
Okay.
I'm going on tour, y'all.
Oh, you are.
I'm going on
Yeah,
tour.
yeah.
Off the air, we had a conversation that I want to, that Barbara has. First of all, did I remind y'all that she was very candid and very transparent? I brought up we talked about fashion, we talked about etiquette, and I asked her how she felt about some of these online boutiques, this whole craze for buying everything online and the quality of it. Because I always liken it to the episode of Good Times when JJ and them was giving their mama a fundraiser and the bra had 3 spaces for a titty. Yeah.
Ill-fitting clothing.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like selling clothes on my timeline too now. Like women, it's like they're buying and reselling clothes from
that are not. They're all
like
whatever
like,
that word
not,
is
like,
for. It's
not
not
their clothes.
Well, and it's not. it's imperfect, like, and I remember when I was young and that's what mommy had to do, but I'm just saying. But your answer, I think we could put in a meme and in a church service. And your answer was, one, that the pandemic taught you to only buy local. Can you share the rest of what we talked about online about supporting each other? And
yeah, I mean, absolutely, and you're right. It was the pandemic. I mean, because you can get a great deal when you buy from China or abroad, a wonderful deal. So your profit margins are really bigger. But at the end of the day, I'd rather either not make that big profit margin or have to pass it over to my client for them to get a better product, to keep the money circulating in our community, keep the money right where you live. And it's important that you support each other. Small businesses were the ones that came through. Mm-hmm. The big restaurants couldn't hold on. The big hotels couldn't hold on. It was all small businesses that came together. The small food trucks, the people doing the box lunches, those were the people that fed the first responders. They were the ones that really kept us going. So it's important that we support small businesses. I know you all love those wonderful brand names, and when you got your stimulus money and
them stimmies.
Right. I saw you lined up on Michigan Avenue. I had to ride up and down just because I couldn't believe it. The lines in front of Burberry and Gucci.
Saks.
I could not believe it. Yeah, I was a hater, to a point. I mean, I had people lined up buying masks. How wonderful will it be for people to line up and to support my business the way I've supported Chicago over the 35 years. So I hate to shame folks, but I know it's the younger generation. Maybe they don't know who Barbara Bates is. That's okay.
Well, they're going to learn today.
But there are so many other places in their neighborhoods that they could shop with. And all of the people in the neighborhood aren't buying from China. There's got to be people out there with a quality product. Everybody is not going to shop at Neiman's. We already know that. Some people are shopping, low and mid, and that's okay. But sometimes you can go to a secondhand store and get that great stuff that you want for that low price, or you could go to somebody in the neighborhood that's making something. I mean, there's all kind of ways that you could shop together with each other to circulate the dollars.
Yeah.
It's like a pyramid. The money just keeps coming around and around and around.
And Lord knows we have enough of those, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Like the